And welcome to the first ever and possibly last episode of Visceral Space Agency. I'm Visceral Lemon, aka Liam, aka whatever you really want to call me. And this is just showing off a rocket that I built. I called it the Hawkum. As you can see at the beginning, there were a few blueprints. Why I called it the Hawkum I will explain later on, but this series I started up because my fellows over here have their own retrospective series, and I thought that maybe I should do something because all my previous videos have been achievement guides like The Witcher Bioshock, which I'm still really far, it has as many views as it does. And if you don't have Bioshock, you should go watch it anyway because it is a masterpiece of just, video editing jokes. Is not. But so yeah, first video which isn't really an achievement guide, just me. I love Kerbal. I love the space aspect of it. It's just something which grabs my attention. Anyway, I should probably focus a bit more on the video. This is really just a standard using a gravity turn to get into a stable 120 orbit. I like editing these post-mission, like not live, because it gives me the freedom of time acceleration. If I mess up, I can edit it out. I totally didn't edit out any mess ups in this video though. But yeah, also when I'm kind of fucking about with these maneuver nodes, I can skip time a little quicker for your viewing pleasures, and not just take forever. This is my first Kerbal video, and as such there's going to be several problems with it. Main problem is I decided to launch this video in the dead of night. Yay. However, what you can see is the second or whatever stage of my Hawkum vessel. I've lost most of the bulky boosters on the sides. I've got it up. I'm now doing a maneuver node to circularize my orbit. It gets very sketchy. I don't like how it starts wobbling incredibly when you're locked onto the maneuver node. I understand it varies a bit, but what have you. So yeah, that's just me. I've shot quite a bit over. This is just me checking it out. Yeah, I wasn't really happy with that. So even though it's long past since my 36 seconds passed, 37 seconds passed, I decided I'm going to try and just spin and catch it. Then they're close enough really, so you can see why I kind of want. That other satellite, I believe it's a refueling station I did while I was experimenting on this, so yeah, beg your pardon all the other ships at the moment. I'm now doing a Hans transfer, fairly standard, so this is just the beginner's mission to Minas to introduce this series, and I believe I hope that I start timesing up quite a lot here because this part takes a while. Yeah, laptop isn't really great at games, so some of you out there, PC Master Race, are probably going, you're playing a game on a laptop? Oh, that's quite loud, and I will remember to turn that down post video. If I do remember to turn that down post video, then you're not going to be hearing this. But it is quite loud from a segment that I forgot to turn the volume down for. That will pass in a bit, but so yeah, channel. Always irregular content. I do hope I can get more content out soon. If you like this content, then let me know. Usually all these likes, comments, subscribes are at the end, but I'm trying to talk my way through this pain in my ears. Please don't think that's something it isn't. So yeah, at the moment, got a paralysis around the moon. Not really happy with it because it's 1,000,000 miles. So, but I've got the general area that I'm going to come on. So that's now 500,000 miles. So at the moment, I am just trying to get this down as low as possible. 140 is fairly. Oh, it's gone back up to 1,000,000. Yeah, at the moment, this is a lot for little tampering. Could have gone over this a little quicker, but in case you want to ask for a file and you want to do this yourself, go ahead. Learn from me. I'm easily not the most qualified at this game, but I've got my maneuver set up, so I'm going. Yeah, this ship has quite a lot of extra delta thing. I believe you see it coming back, but this is quite an expensive ship, so, which is good because it works. And morale, you wanna have a ship which works. 'Cause if you don't, then many bad things can happen. I'm not sure what I should do next. I played this game for many hours, I believe around 60, 70. I can get to all the other moons quite easily, so if you want to see that, then comment. If you want to see me go to another planet, comment. Or if you want to see me do some other challenges or even mods like the communication mod, which name escapes me at this moment. I'm currently burning another maneuver. I have to eject my fairings from the procedural fairings mod, turn down my thrust so I can get little tiny bits of change. Slowly but surely. Pardon me, my voice went yeah, and fine tuning my Hans transfer to Minas. It's now at like, it gets very, very small at this point. Like, the amount of fine tuning is unbelievable. So yeah, Hawkum. Why did I come up with Hawkum? Originally, when I first tried to record this video, I forgot to turn my Steam notifications off, and as I was landing on the planet, gotta be careful not to fly straight into the planet here. As I was landing it, Connor, Visceral Hawk, came on and started chatting to me, so I looked at my messages, came back, and I was dead. And at that point I had no idea what to name this mission, I had no idea what to name this ship, so I thought, why didn't this fuck up the last time? Because I didn't have any hawks, so I had a hawk that arrived unexpectedly, so I decided that will be the name of the project. There probably will be a jammer or jammers. There may be a Bobby Davian / ego / whatnot for future missions. But I've now entered the Minas sphere of influence. It's going to throw me back into Kerbal and will then throw me back out to space, and it will just keep doing that. So now I am once again fiddling with maneuver nodes. I have not done this a lot, as in terms of trying to get to circular orbit. Usually I just go straight in for a landing. Dangerous, but at this moment I'm trying to record and I'm trying to land on the bright side, because things which occur when you land on the bright side, you do not see the ground. Double negative. and you do not crash, and it is much better for viewing pleasure. So I'm now burning another maneuver. This one I couldn't quite work out to get immediately circular, so I decided I would get a perhaps is up, or perhaps this is what I believe was the light side of Minos, and then I would work from there and get another to basically slow down at the Prapses enough to create a circular orbit. Whether I actually do that, I can't remember anymore. I believe I might just go straight for the landing. Mods I have installed at the moment are Flight Engineer. I believe it's been updated since this video was made. MechJeb, but that's not in use in this video, and I do not believe I have any of those parts installed for those who are about to say, oh my god, he's a cheater, because from how unprofessional my flying is, you can probably tell that's not the truth. So I'm trying to get a circular orbit up. More pointless video. I think my craft is just in freefall. Decide to stop that because it could get quite disorientating for my pilot. And you gotta make sure your pilots don't throw up in their hazmat suits, because things could happen. And by things, you, me, we all know what that means. My Prapses height is currently exactly 12,000.2 meters, which I was pretty happy with. So yeah, slowly going in, don't want to miss it. And yeah, Prapses, which is on the bright side, but I'm gonna do a circular orbit, because why the hell not? Oh, it wastes fuel, true, but I've still got plenty of fuel left, and Minos is easier to land on and go to and come back from because of its lack of gravity. Very, very slim lack of gravity. I wish I had sped this bit up a bit, but no problem. Oh, announcement in terms of the channel. We are going to have a new joint series up, as usually we do Minecraft all together. That is not the case, as we've all gone off Minecraft. Connor's respectively gone more to PC, I've gone more to PC. Kieran's PCs can't run it, which is why he doesn't really have a camera angle on any of the PC stuff. I have a message which I'm going to... That was Kieran, just speak at the devil. I'm not going to read it out because it is quite rude. But yeah, now I've got a circular orbit up. Things are going my way. I have some fuel left. I'm fairly sure I do. I'm going at a quite stable 150 whatnots. That should be a new measurement of Kerbal whatnots, because that seems to be all they do. Now I'm trying to get the Prapses into the ground as slightly as possible. That way I can use as little fuel as possible while landing. So yeah, you can see how little gravity this planet moon has, as it takes 1.8 delta phi to go from a stable circular orbit to in the ground. This maneuver had very little room for error in it. So line it up, wait exactly for the estimated burn time, because you don't want to go wrong. And yeah, this thing happens on. And yeah, you can nice little sun in the background so you can finally see the screen. Yeah, sorry, I was reading the message. Should really pay more attention. I'm slowly flying over. I believe my parameters are still higher than I've wanted it, but that's okay. I'm going to just slowly hit the retrograde. Don't really want my parameters to go to the dark side, because I don't want to have force lightning and whatnot. Yes, my speed is increasing. I'm going down. I can see from the top bar that yeah, I'm nearly there in terms of my parameters, which is 7,800. I love Flight Engineer. The two little bars at the top. Such a helpful. Mods in this game are damn necessary. Mainly just because it tells you what your delta phi is and the craft you make. On the mod which I made the blueprints with are chronofessofuel. I hope I pronounced that right, but so if you are wondering what that is, or if the mic can pick it up, that is my two dogs which I'm sitting. I don't own them, they are fluffy and adorable, but they are not mine. Alright, but enough about dogs and barking. 5,000 meters, coming down quickly. My retrograde is pointed exactly downwards, indicating that I am coming fairly straight down. I'm just burning my velocity so I can descend more steadily and more straight. 20 meters a second, 19, 10. Don't want to overdo it, so I just get to 5. As you can see, I've got plenty of fuel left, which probably wakes up for my lack of a efficient fuel use later on. The altitude is 150, or now it's getting less, and 26 meters. Slowing down, 3 meters, 2 meters, and touchdown. This is where the mission, and Jebediah's face kind of describes my face at that moment, which was fucking confused as to how that happened, but kind of happy that I just survived a backflip. Then my ship decides, you know what, I'm gonna be a Jewish dancer, or whatever dancer. I'm not really sure, that's just, I had Jewish dancing at my 6th form today. It's pretty fresh on my mind. So yeah, this takes several, I tried to cut out as cleanly as I could. This takes several minutes of just dancing on the surface. These legs did not do their magic very well. But eventually, that's it. Landed. Done. Yeah, done. On Minos. An achievement which is a proud start to the Visceral Space Agency. Now, a proud not start is the fact that I forgot to put ladders on, and as such, nearly, and think it's worthless to get out because I won't get Mick Jeb on, or Jebediah. So, nearly flipped it again because I had it set to retrograde, and as it takes off it sees a retrograde and does a flip. Little annoying, but what can you do? So at the moment I'm currently trying to build an altitude to get another circular orbit around. This time I have considerable more difficulty than I did in the previous one. I'm also trying to make sure I get a somewhat circular orbit. Even if it's not completely circular, I just need it to launch myself back into Kerbin's influence sphere, and then I can use my masses of fuel to get back to the planet. So I once again forgot what I was on about. So I am doing another maneuver, fine-tuning it. Don't know why I go so slowly at this part. Must be worried. Anyway, eventually get a new orbit going within 0.2 seconds. That's fine. Yeah, kind of fuck up at this point because I was hoping I could face it towards Kerbal and then just slingshot off it. Instead it's facing away from Kerbal, and when I slingshot it's going to launch me on a tangent to where the orbit is. So I need to then spend several moments of zoomed in awesomeness, zoomed fast, to try and change the orbit I've got going to a not so polar orbit. This does in fact take a while because I was not paying attention to what direction I was facing. I can get to the planets alright, it's just getting back is a problem. As probably many NASA people know. You know, getting to the planet's easy, it's just getting back. You know, that's quite a huge problem, ain't it? So yeah, after not trying to throw myself out of the sphere of influence, I eventually get a fairly reasonable 167 or 187 burn orbit going, facing towards Kerbal, pretty much directly towards at this point. Maneuver node set up 197. As you can see, I've got 928 left, so I've packed way too much for this mission. Wait, I decided not to time warp up too much there because of the fact that it was only several seconds away anyway. So a new project which I'm looking forward to editing and releasing for your viewing pleasure is the Parcel Controller XCOM. Probably all you understood in that sentence was XCOM, as it is a solely one-player game. So, Parcel Controller XCOM is exactly as you expect. We are going to take it in turns to control one unit which will be named after us. This unit will be essentially our FPS or TPS, third person shooter, and instead of one overall commander commanding the whole operations, making sure it goes swimmingly, it will be us arguing a lot. And I mean, we've recorded several episodes at this point and the arguing is insane. At this point I decide that time wasn't really an issue here, so I just do a little burn using slingshot gravity to just get me into a sphere of influence around Kerbal, and then I will fly to the Apophis and will gradually lower the altitude there. Lack of atmosphere does make burning in vacuum quite easily. God, my grammar. It's been a while since I've recorded a video with my voice on my own, so I apologise for my noobish talking and commentating. Connor does usually make a list about what he talks about, and that's a very good idea, but Connor can be very he can talk a lot about interesting stuff. I am generally quite a lazy person. So yeah, I got 672 Delta V left, and this burn, which is going to get me into its orbit, and I could probably go to the moon. I wouldn't have enough fuel to come back, but I could intercept with the moon. That's 225 is going to leave me in its atmosphere, and then the atmosphere will... This is all wrong. The atmosphere is going to slow me down. Anyway, so I start orbiting. This takes quite a long time. This has got 2 times on it. Well, I say 2 times on the footage, and then I don't know why I stopped there. I have a feeling that I had some problems. For a video which looks really crappy on Windows Movie Maker, this is actually pretty good on other stuff. Rule of thumb, try not to use Movie Maker. Yeah, it's slowly inching to 1 hour. You know, that's like a sit for a Kerbal day. 20 minutes, I stop again. Quite frustrating at times. Speed of 13 kilometers a second. Thought I said H for some reason. Which is quick, not light speed quick, but fairly quick. I have no idea what that would mean in terms of miles an hour. I will probably Google it and put it in a little note at the bottom. But yeah, more time of me slowly making sure I don't go over this maneuver node, and time comes. At this point, I didn't know that pressing X just started your engines, which is something I will definitely use in my next video. I know that C just cancels them. Did not know that. Wait, no, C's cockpit view. X cancels them. It's been a while since I recorded this video. Said starts your engines, X cancels them. Yeah, I'm on my way home now. More time acceleration, you can see all the wreckage from previous... That part was a problem, because I missed it quite badly. And now at this point I'm trying to figure out what would be my best decision. Should I throw some engines? No, I'm just going to hope that I do not hit the moon, and then just loop back round again and use my engines to kill velocity. Yeah, I ignore that encounter because I do not I have another encounter which I think is probably not the best idea, so I try and raise my speed so I don't hit the moon, and 2, raise my speed so I don't hit the ground on Kerwin, so I can let the atmosphere slow me down gradually and not just smash into it. Skim the surface. So you could technically say in this video I went to both moons. You probably won't because I didn't actually land on it, but sphere of influence, it counts. Possibly. Yeah, Nuvano, which is far off the Apophis. But it works, so burn some fuel. And then sorry, more popular. Yep, held that down way too long because I was equally as distracted in the game as I was in real life about looking out the window. Doop doop. There's also word in that, well, I say word in, hey, news reporter, that me, Jamie and Connor are doing a Minecraft PC survival world. This won't be like in previous things where we stopped that, but for some reason we carried on quite a long way. Shows that my laptop does not like it. I decided for the lows I've got a lot of extra fuel. I would wait until the collapses and then just start firing all my extra fuel. Because why not? I've got most of it. I don't really want the extra weight as I go down. The parachutes would cancel anyway, but yeah, decide to burn some fuel. Make sure I definitely go down. I wish I had some sort of, I wish Kerbal had some sort of mileage, so I could tell how far, because this has travelled easily a long way, several millions of miles. Once again, I make the mistake of landing in the frickin' dark, which but at least you get to see the craft on fire, and vertical, horizontal even. I'm landing nowhere nowhere specific. Parachute, I'm glad it didn't completely tear off, but G-force is fine. Burning some more fuel, losing a lot of speed. Landing. Getting more vertical as I did when I landed on Minas to show that the descent is completely vertical. 1,000 meters, 1,000 meters was up, now 400, 8 meters a second. Nearly cut the parachute there, I'm glad I didn't. The altitude is sea level, which is why they're exactly the same now and as before they weren't. Not sure what oh yeah, the legs exploded there because they were dumb and on the side, and the engine exploded on impact. As you can see, a lot of debris, but recovered Jebediah, mission success.